Welcome everybody! We're back, and we are back with house wine for December, the last one of the year. We've been in this for about 12 months now, a whole year. I say this every month. This is the best lineup that we've had so far. We've got, what have we got? We've got a Gracanico from Italy. We've got two which are kind of making a bit of a reappearance. So two we've had before. And we've got an incredible, so the two whites we've had before, we've got an incredible new Beaujolais Nouveau, and we've got a bit of Primitivo as well, nice and spicy for the winter months. So first up, we have a Gracanico. This is the name of the grape variety, and it's planted in Sicily. If it's planted further up north in Italy, they call it Gracanico, and they make Soave with Gracanico. And it's just absolutely delicious. I literally just tapped the keg about 10 minutes ago, and I got about half a glass all over my face, and it smelled, it smelled amazing. And I shoved the glass in front of Freya's nose as well, and she seemed to quite like it. It's lovely, floral. It's got just like loads going on in it. I think it's just absolutely wonderful stuff. It's made by the guys at Domus Vini. We do loads of different wines by Domus Vini. You've had quite a few of them over the last few months or so. 100 years worth of winemaking. They have vineyards in Veneto, been in Puglia. Primitivo's from Puglia that we're doing in a bit. And they have a few vineyards as well near Palermo in Sicily. So that's where the Gracanico's from. Delicious stuff. Next up is an Orinto, and I think you guys might have had this back in February, March time this year. It's made by a guy called Rodrigo Martin, and he makes port up in the Douro Valley. He's been making port for years and years and years, so he kind of really knows what he's doing. Lovely, sweet, sticky stuff. He specialises in making tawny port. But this is his small, tiny little setup. So he works for two different port houses up in the Douro. But he's got his own like little setup just north of Lisbon, only about 2.5 hectares, very, very tiny. Everything's organic, very, very natural. You can really, so very, very close to the sea as well. You can smell and kind of taste the sea. It's got a slightly kind of salty, kind of briny kind of character to it. And this is from one of the local, very old grape varieties called Orinto. And it produces wines which are quite age-worthy. You can stick them away in your cellar, if you've got a cellar, for several years or so, and they get more interesting and they evolve into something which is a little bit more complex, or they can make some really, really fresh, quite intense young wines as well. And that's what this one is. So Rodrigo, he also does a red wine as well. We have that on tap every now and again. But this Orinto, just absolutely love it. So we're bringing these two back, mainly by popular demand. We've had a lot of customers say they particularly like these. And this is why I'm kind of saying I think this lineup for December is probably the best. Really nice and diverse as well. So two lovely little whites. And Beaujolais Nouveau. Now, we didn't really shout about Beaujolais Nouveau this year, which was last week. I think it was like last Monday or Tuesday or something like that. You have Beaujolais Nouveau Day. We've got about 10, 11 kegs worth of Beaujolais Nouveau, and it's slightly different. It's a younger wine. This is from 2021, so it was made literally, or finished, literally like a few weeks ago. Rupert, who imports these wines to us, is a little bit sort of squeaky bum time really. He didn't really know whether we had to get the kegs into the country before Beaujolais Nouveau Day, but he did just about. So we've got a load going out to our restaurant customers, and it's just super fresh. It's made with a Gamay grape by Domaine Saint-Cœur, and Raphael has been producing. Well, he took over from his father and his grandfather, and started converting everything to organic back in 2008. They have the biggest collection of organic vineyards in the whole of Beaujolais. They've got some tiny little parcels of vineyards in Morgon, in Chenin, in some of the top, what you call crus in Beaujolais. But this is their Beaujolais Nouveau, which is fresh, light, juicy, jammy, slightly kind of floral. You get that slightly floral character from really good quality Beaujolais. and you get a slightly kind of like star anise kind of Fenley kind of character to it. It's just absolutely bonkers stuff. I absolutely love it. It's a nice light, what should we call it? Smasher, banger, whatever you want to call it. Literally, once you pop the bottle, it's gone. Finally, this is one for your bangers and mash. This is one for your ribeye steak. This is one for, I don't know, curling up by the fire with. It's a spicy Primitivo. The other name for Primitivo is Zinfandel. So about 10-15% of the vineyards planted in California is planted with Zinfandel, and Zinfandel essentially got brought over to the US, I think in the 1960s, planted widely, and it originally comes from the Primitivo grape variety, which is essentially kind of situated, or most of the plantings of Primitivo are situated in Puglia, in the hill of Italy. Soft, spicy, jammy, rich, round. It's like a big sort of spicy pillow of a red wine. Tannins are nice and low as well, so it's soft, supple and round. A really nice sort of balance and kind of contrast between these two this month. Lovely stuff. So what have we got to say, Josh, this month? These would make a great little Christmas present. So if you're scratching your head what to give friends and family that like good quality, everyday drinking wine, get them a box of these, or you can buy these individually online. So you can have a little kind of selection. You can kind of make them up yourself. We've got, Josh, I don't know if you can kind of get all the taps in, but we've got we've got about 12 different taps now. We did have about 8, and now we've moved up to 12. So we've got loads of different wines that we've got on tap. So we've got them all online as well. You can see all the detail. So plop on. They range between about £12.50 up to about 17 quid. This is normally 17 quid a bottle. So a nice little selection for you. Got customers. And what else? We've got a Christmas Bazaar coming up on the 19th of Sunday, the 19th of December. Jana has been organising it. We've got a raffle. We've got loads of different independent retailers, independent businesses coming to support, to sell their wares in here. So it's going to be fun. We've got a couple of DJs playing as well. So if you're at a loose end on the 19th of December, come over, do some last minute Christmas shopping, have a glass of wine and a bit of a boogie with us. It should be fun. Great. Till next year, have a great Christmas. Lots of love. See you in 2022.